To start second model, in which I have taken a simple example. Analyze the continuous wave as shown in figure by moment distribution method and draw the shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, elastic curve is supposed to show. I have given a figure in which we have three spans. Loads are given respectively. Okay, before to move on, in this moment distribution method, we have three steps. One is to find out fixed end moment, as we have done in slope reflection method. Second one is distribution factor we are supposed to calculate, and third one is moment distribution table we have to prepare. So we'll go in detail one by one. Before to move on, we need to understand some things because which are helpful to prepare distribution table and moment distribution table. So first is relative stiffness, which is key. For fixed support or continuous support, when we come across fixed support or continuous support, to calculate K value and the stiffness value, the formula is I by L, where I is moment of inertia, L is the span. Similarly, if you want to calculate relative stiffness, when the for support is simple roller or hinge support, our formula goes like this: 3 by 4 I by L. For overhanging support, for example, if the far end is overhanging, when there is no support at the end, then this span is considered as overhanging. In that case, K value will be 0. Okay, now let us go through this statement because we are going to use this statement when we prepare moment distribution table. So here I have written, if the far end is fixed or continuous, we have to carry 50% of moment to the far end. Okay, now if the far end is not continuous, I have to say when we come across simple support, roller support, there is no need to transfer any of the load to the far end. Okay, this line we are going to use in moment distribution table. When we come across the table, we will make use of this system. Now, first step, as I told, we need to find out the fixed end moment, whatever the method may be. It may be a slope reflection method, moment distribution method, or Carney's method. First step remains same, which is to determine fixed end moment. Now, look here, the first span in a span AB, if we have a point load which is exactly acting as center, in the case of formula is minus WL by A. Our sign convention is minus plus minus plus minus plus. It is based on, okay, when I add, the load is acting downward. In the case, it may bend downward, not to bend, our resisting moment is acting downward. That is the reason we have taken minus here. So it is minus WL by A, where W is 50, L is 4, and divided by 8, which is 4 by 8, which is 25. Similarly, when I calculate fixed end moment for BA, the formula will be WL by A, which is plus. So W is again 50, L is 4, divided by 8, only change sign here, that is minus, will become plus. Now coming to span BC, we have a UDL, whose UDL intensity is 15 kN per meter, 15 per meter, kN per meter, which is spread over the span of 5 meter. In that case, our formula is minus WL square by 12. Minus, because again the sign convention for when I consider BC towards the left is minus, so it is minus WL square by 12. W is 15, L is 5 square divided by 12, will work out to be minus 31.525. Again, when I consider CB, it is plus, only sign will be changed, again it is 31, but just work out 31.25. Now coming to for span CD, again I have point load, but this point load is not the center, it is eccentric, because when I move from support C, above this point load is 2 meter, so value of A become 2 and value of B become 3. From C to our point load is A, from D to our point load is B. Now the formula for fixed formula for this kind of a loading is minus A square B, sorry, AB square by L square. AB square by L square. Just substitute the formula wherever W is 80, A is 2 and B is C. Just work out, divided by span is L is equal to 5. Get together A plus B, which is 5 meter. So we substitute the value, we get minus 57.6 kN. Now coming to DC, and calculate fixed moment at D. So the formula will be WA square B. In this case it is minus, it is plus, but it is WA square B by L square. Here if solve this, you will get 38.4. It is the fixed end moment at D. Now second step in this moment distribution method, it is step 2. Step 2 is to find out distribution factor. Now distribution factor we used to calculate exactly at the intermediate support. Okay. Now in this given figure, the intermediate support are B and C. So we need to calculate the distribution factor at the support B as well as support C. We need to calculate. Please remember again and again I tell you, distribution factors are calculated only at the joint which are intermediate, or support which are intermediate. Now support B and C are intermediate, so I have calculated the stiffness factor here. Look at here. First, we need to prepare a table. It is joint, member, relative stiffness, total relative stiffness, and ultimately distribution factor. We are going to calculate distribution factor. Now I have the joints. So these are the joint. Joint is nothing but it is a point at which two or more members are meeting. So in this case, this is a joint at a which BA and BC are meeting. So I have considered this as a joint. That is the reason I have a joint here where the two members are meeting. Coming to C, again I have two members, that is BC and CD. So these are the two joints where I am going to calculate distribution factor. I have a member which are meeting on this joint BA and BC. Look at here, BA and BC. Now when I come to C, again I can members are meeting as CB and CD. CB and C. These are the members meeting at this joint. Now coming to relative stiffness. As I told in the beginning of the class, to find out the relative stiffness, we have certain formulas. When the far end is fixed, look at here, BA, I am moving from B to A, where A is far end. Where A is far end, when I am moving from B to A is far end, and it is fixed. When it is fixed, the formula is I by L. I have written here I by L, where I is far. I don't know the value of I. Divide L is known, which is 4. I by 4 is 0.25 times of I. Okay. Similarly, I am calculating relative stiffness for member BC. Okay. Now I am moving from B to C. Now look at here. When I move from B to C, for C is a far end and C is a continuous support because D is a far end. Okay. Now C becomes continuous. When we come across fixed and are continuous, the support far end support is fixed or continuous. The formula remains I by L only. So again I have written I by L because. So here I by L, C is an intermediate support or continuous support. I by L, I by 5. There is 5, so it is 0.2 times of 5. Okay, 1 by 5 is 0.2. Okay, right? Now coming to C, joint C. When I move from C to B, look at here. I am moving from C to B. B is a continuous support. Again the formula is I by L, I by 5, which is 0.2 times of I. Now coming to CD, I am moving from C to D. I am moving from C to D, where joint D is a far end and which is fixed one. D is a far end and which is fixed one. When we come across fixed and the value of K will be I by L. So it is I by L, which is I by 5 and 0.2. These are the point of this point. Now look at here, I have a summation of K, which is total relative stiffness. We need to add these two, BA and BC value, which is 0.25 and 0.2, which is 0.45. Similarly, at C, joint C, we need to add the relative stiffness of these two members CB and CD. 0.2i and 0.2i, which is 0.4i. Now next thing is we need to find out distribution factor. DF stands for distribution factor. The formula for distribution factor is relative stiffness of a member divided by total relative stiffness of the member. So K by summation of K. Now look at here. K value of this member BA is 0.25. When total K, summation of K is 0.45. When I get cancelled and divide 0.25 by 0.45, you will get 0.56. Similarly, 0.2 by 0.45, 0.2 by 0.45 is 0.44. When we add this 0.56 and 0.44, you should get 1. Always the distribution factor, the sum of distribution factor will be 1 always. Okay. If the members are meeting, 2 members are meeting at a joint, it will be 1. And now if 3 members are meeting, the correctives distribution factor of 3 members should be 1. Here we have only 2 members, so the sum of 0.56 and 0.44 should be 1 unity. There is a cross check we are supposed to do. Now look at here, I have written directly. It is 0.2 divided by 0.4, which is 0.5. Similarly, 0.2 divided by 0.4 is 0.5. This is how we will calculate distribution factor. Now coming to third step is distribution table. If you prepare the distribution table, you are ultimately going to get the final numbers. I will let you know how to calculate the final number. Draw a line. This line indicates a reference line at which I have shown the joints A, joint B, joint C and joint D. These are the 4 joints we have in this given figure. A, when I move, this is a member AB, it is BA, and CD and DC go on. Now next I have written DF. DF stands for distribution factor, and we have calculated the distribution factor at BA, BC, CB and CD. So wherever BA, write the corresponding distribution factor 0.56. For BC, 0.4 is the distribution factor I have written here. For CB, it is 0.5 and CD it is 0.5. Here nothing, just leave blank. Okay. Wherever we have only an intermediate support will be having distribution factor, and the support will not be having any distribution factor. Next thing I have written FDM, fixed end moment, which we have calculated in step 1. I have written for MFAB, which is minus 25, MFAB is minus 25, then plus 25, then minus 31.25 plus 31.25, minus 57.6, whatever the fixed moment which I have got a corresponding member I have written here. Now next thing is, okay, up to here we are already done. Now next part we are supposed to understand carefully. Now look at here. When you add 25 with this, when you add 25, I will show you 25 plus 31.25. Okay, you will get something, and which, how much it is? 20, it is 6.25 I guess, minus, yeah, it is 6.25, 25 minus 31.25, 25 minus 31.25 is minus 6.25. Now multiply this with the distribution factor 0.56, you will get this answer, which is 3.5, but it should be opposite sign. Look at here, the sum of fixed end moment at BA and BC, the sum of these two is minus 6.25. Here we need to balance the joint, so it is minus, so balancing moment will be plus, balancing moment will be plus, the sum of these two is minus, but the balancing moment is plus, plus 6.25 multiplied by 0.56, it is 3.5. Again plus 6.25 multiplied 2.75, you will get 2.75. Okay, now this plus, it is a balancing moment. The sum of these two you will get minus 6.25, but the balancing moment is plus 6.25. When you multiply plus 6.25 with 0.56, you will get 3.5. When you multiply 6.25 with 0.44, you will get 2.75. Okay, similarly, now add these two moments, it is 31.25 minus 57.6. Okay, it is around 26.36. Okay, the sum of these two is minus 26.36. Okay, now balancing moment will be plus. So plus 26.36 multiplied by 0.5. When you do this, you will get 13.18 and 13.18, because both the distribution factors CB and CD are same. So 13.18, 13.18. You will get 13.18. Okay, so both the sides will be right. Okay. Next, I have carry over. Carry the 50% of balancing moment to the far end if the far end is fixed or continuous. Look at here. These are the balancing moment. 50% of this 3.5 has to be carried forward to the far end if it is fixed. Support A is fixed in our case. Support A is fixed, so it is 1.75. Okay. Now look at here. Support B and support C are intermediate support. So whatever the moment at this B, C and CD has to be carried forward to the far end. When I come to B, C is a intermediate support. So half of this 2.75 is 50% of 2.75 is 1.37. And 50% of 13.18 is 6.58. Look at here, 15.18. Support D is fixed run. As I told, if the far end is fixed run continuous, half of this moment with the same sign we need to carry forward, a carry over. So 50% of this is 6.59. Now, up to this stage, the moment was balanced. Now, because of this carry over, again this joint got disturbed. Okay, this joint is imbalanced now by 6.59 moment. Okay, to balance this, it is plus 6.59. To balance this, I need minus 6.59. So minus 6.59 multiplied by 0.56. Minus 6.59 multiplied by 0.56, you will get minus 3.69. Again, minus 6.59, balancing moment is minus, it is plus, but the balancing moment will be in opposite sign. That take that minus 6.59 and multiply by 0.44, we will get minus 2.90. Similarly, here we have the joint C got disturbed by 1.37. It has to be balanced again. So balancing moment will be minus 1.37. When I multiply minus 1.37 with 0.5, I will get 0.68 and 0.68. Now, at this stage, the moment was balanced. But we need to carry forward the moment to the forehand. Again, this step remains same. We need to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as many number of iterations, where ultimately we have to get 0.01 or 0.05. There we need to stop. We need to minimum carry 3 to 4 iterations. So now this moment has to be carried forward to the forehand because A is fixed, so it is minus 1.84. Now coming to here, again B and C are continuous support. Half of 0.68 is minus 0.34. Half of this 2.9 is minus 1.45. Similarly, half of this is minus 0.34. When I carry, when I done carry over of a movement, again this joint got disturbed. This joint got disturbed. We need to only balance the intermediate support. Now look at here, minus 0.34 is a moment which has to be balanced. To balance it, I need plus 0.34. Plus 0.34 multiplied by 0.56 is 0.19. Plus 0.34 multiplied by 0.15, which is minus the balance amount is 0.34 plus 0.34 multiplied by 0.44, which is 0.15. Similarly, now here look at here, this minus 1.45 has to be balanced. The balancing moment is plus 1.45. Plus 1.45 multiplied by 0.5, which is 0.73. 0.73. Now when you do this, now up to this level the moment has been the moments are balanced. But the thing is, we need to do the iterations unless and until we get 0.01 value. 0.01. Okay, now half of this has to be distributed because A is foreign and which is fixed. Whenever our end is foreign is fixed or continuous, we need to carry over the half of this. So it is 0.09. Similarly, half of this 0.15 is 0.075. Half of this 0.75 is 0.36. Similarly, 0.36. Now, when I carry over the moment, again this joint got disturbed. Because we know that moment at the intermediate support, when at B and BC, it should be a 0. So it is not balanced now. Again, we need to balance it. Now, 0.36 has to be balanced by opposite nature of a moment, which is minus 0.36. Minus 0.36 multiplied by 0.56. 0. Minus 0.36 multiplied by minus 0.16. Sorry, minus 0.36 multiplied by 0.44, you will get minus 0.16. Similarly, look at here, joint C got disturbed by 0.075 moment. It has to be balanced. The balancing moment will be equal to minus 0.075. That multiplied by 0.5 gives you minus 0.37 and minus 0.037. Minus. Okay, look at here. Again, we have not arrived at 0.01 value. So, divide. Carry forward half of the moment to the far end. Minus 0.2, half is 0.10. Similarly, minus 0.16 half is minus 0.08. Minus 0.037 half is minus 0.018. Minus 0.08. Now again, this joint got disturbed. To balance this, I need, look at here, the balancing moment for minus 0.018 is plus 0.018. Plus 0.018 multiplied by 0.56 gives you 0.01. Look at here, we have got 0.01. Here you can stop. Once you balance them, stop. 0.01, then plus 0.018 multiplied by 0.44. We need to multiply the balancing moment with the distribution factor. We'll get 0.008. Now here the balancing moment, look at here, it is minus 0.08. Balancing moment is plus 0.08 multiplied by distribution factor 0.5. We will get 0.04 and again 0.04. Just add the moment, add this column throughout the column. starting with minus 25 plus 1.75 minus 1.84 minus plus 0.09 minus 0.10. The ultimately the sum of this will give moment at A. The final moment at A is minus 25.10. Similarly, add this column, leaving this distribution factor, don't add this distribution factor. Starting with fixed end moment, we need to add 25 plus 3.5 minus 3.369 plus 0.19 minus 0.2 plus 0.01. You just add the column, you will get these values. Just check the values. If these two values are same in opposite sign, then your answer is right. If you are not going to get this answer, that is wrong. I will read right here the balancing moment. Balancing moment. I am talking about this moment. How we have arrived at this moment. We have a formula. We need to add. I will write here. Just add this to the fixed end moment multiplied by distribution factor. Okay. And it should be in opposite sign. Whatever the answer which you get, that should be in opposite sign. What I did, I added these two. Whatever the answer which I got, multiply with this distribution factor, but write in opposite sign. Because when I add this, you will get minus 6.25. The balancing moment become plus. So if this is minus, the answer will be plus. If it is plus, the answer will be negative. This is how we have to calculate. And ultimately, because of this formula is fixed end moment, this is somehow will get the bending moment diagram. Okay. Unless and until you practice, will not get the solution. We need to practice more and more problem, then we will get the answer.